Hey everyone, EB here. So if I get scared, it's because there's a storm. There's a lightning thunderstorm outside. And I just realized something. I've never really talked too much about my Opa, my grandpa. I think I might have mentioned a little bit about him, but I guess now since I was watching videos on YouTube of Navy veterans from World War II, crying a little bit because whenever I watch videos on World War II or Navy, it makes me tear up a little bit, just because it makes me obviously think of my Opa. So I figured I would tell you a little bit about him. So I can only film for 25 minutes, 23, so I don't have that much time to talk. So I don't know if I'll be able to tell you every story or everything I want to tell you about my grandpa, my Opa. But between this time, I'll try to tell you as much as I can. And if anything, I can just come back. And I'm sorry if I get freaked out by the storm. But now that it's storming, and I was literally just watching videos of World War II. Hence the reason why my eyes are a little red, because when I cry, they get red, like I'm high. Like I can't tell you how many times I've cried. And my mom will be like, "Are you high?" I'll be like, "No, I don't smoke." And she's like, "Because you look like you're high." And it's like, I was just crying. You know, I didn't really like cry. Oh, dropped my phone. I shed like a tear or two. I was like bawling, but. So my Opa. Opa means grandpa in German. And being that my grandpa was German, we just grew up calling him Opa. Just like my Oma that he was married to was called Oma. That means grandma in German. But we grew up calling him Opa. So just in case you're wondering what Opa means, that means grandpa. When I say grandpa, Opa, I may go back and forth. I don't know. But you know what? It's 4:12 in the morning and I'm kind of wide awake. So I figured since kind of two things are going and reminding me about my Opa, why not do a video on him? So like I said, I only got like 20 minutes to film. So if I don't mention everything about him, obviously you can come back later and talk about my Opa. So anyways, my Opa, Ellen Stephen Breeze, he was born on February 15th, 14th, 1924. He died on April 15th, 2012. He was 88. He died actually a month before my high school graduation. About a month before my birthday. So he's been passed for 7 years. And it does not feel like 7 years. It does and it doesn't. He died of a few things. He was 88, so obviously he was old. He also died of cancer. I don't want to talk too much about his cancer, because I'll start to cry. But it started up here. He had some type of, I don't know if it was eye cancer or skin cancer, because it was literally right here in the corner of his eye. And it was about the size of a pea. Not that it's funny. So literally, he would tell me, "Oh, just feel it. Touch it. If it feels like a pea stuck in my eye, in the corner of my eye." So I felt it. And it literally felt like a pea or a BB was stuck in his eye. It's actually kind of nasty to touch. Normally stuff like that doesn't gross me out, but I think it was because it was so close to your eye. So I think he was 80, maybe 86 or 87 when he had that type of cancer. And we did treatment. We did, what do you call it? Radiation. Just a bunch of treatment. We got rid of it. It went away. A few years after, apparently he still had cells from that cancer. And they transferred down to the lungs. And you know, if it transferred from the eye to the lungs, eventually it probably went everywhere. So he probably died of multiple types of cancer. I don't know. At that point, I don't want to say we didn't care, but like, I don't know. He was 88. So similar to my Oma, it was like she was 88. She died from heart and lung complications. So at that point, we were kind of like, it's time. Anyways, like I said, I really don't want to go too much into his cancer. Okay, that was my sister. She came and asked for some ibuprofen. So anyways, like I said, I really don't want to talk about his cancer too much in this blog. So my Opa, right after high school, enlisted in the Navy, in the U.S. Navy, because it was war time, technically war. Because when war was declared, he was technically still in high school. Because he graduated in 1942, 43. I think war was declared. Why am I not knowing this? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Give me a break. I normally know this by heart. I would also look on my phone, but I can't. But I think war was declared December 7th, 1942. Probably not too far off. So war was declared in 42. He graduated in 43. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then right after high school, because he was born and raised in Gary, and then moved to the Chicago area to go to high school. Graduated from like a Chicago high school. Can't remember the name of the high school. And then I want to say like a couple days to a day after he graduated from high school, he was 18. He and a few friends went down to Chicago. Well, they were already down in the city. But they went to like this recruiting area and they signed up. And not sure off the bat. And I don't even know if he was too sure of it either. But he said there was like a couple of him and his friends. And he said like he joined the Navy. I think he said him and another friend joined the Navy. He said like one joined the Marines. Like one joined like the Army. I don't know off the bat. I don't think he really knew. I think it was kind of just a guess. He had like him and a few friends that, you know, enlisted because he knew he would get drafted. He knew that his name, not drafted, I don't know. He knew he would get picked to go into the war. He knew his name was going to get called. So he said, I might as well go into a branch of service I want. And I want to go in. Instead of going into a branch that I don't want to go in. Now, why he picked Navy, I can't remember off the bat. If he's ever told me why he picked Navy, I cannot remember. If I had to guess, I think it was because he liked the water. But I don't know off the bat. Because technically, his casket that he picked, and I wasn't there when he picked out his casket. I don't know why I wasn't there on that day. I'll never forget. I should have been there, but I don't know why I was. God, I'm by windows and there's a lightning storm. Snap. Anyways, his casket he picked was the color of the ocean. Oh, it was blue. It was like a form of blue. I think it was like navy or dark blue. And when he saw it, he was like, "Oh, this reminds me of the ocean," and that's why he picked it. He was in the Navy. He was a radio man. I can never remember if he was first or second class. But he was a radio man. I'm gonna say this second class, but just for the heck of it. He might be first class. He might have been second. I can't remember off the bat. But he had a few jobs in the Navy. I don't know how to explain it, but like when he was on land, he would be a part of a team that would have bits and pieces of a gun. And that gun they would have to run to an area of land and build that gun. Like it was in a few. They had like a couple pieces to the gun, and I think it had like 4 or 5 pieces. I don't know. He said it was a gun that they had to build, kind of like put together. He said that as the team, he said you have to be fast, and my grandpa was on track. He also did boxing in the Navy and in high school, but anyways. He was first in line because he was the fastest. He was the sprinter. He was the runner because he was the fastest out of the whole team. And the slowest was in the back. So he would go first and put the front of the gun, and second fastest would come and put the chamber. They would just go in teams, like one by one, and put the gun together.